I wanted to be a professional musician. I knew what I wanted to do from the get-go, right? I didn't decide later. So I went and got a degree in graphic arts to appease my mother, and I moved to Arizona in 1993 with a mission to start a band, to see the world, to get paid to do it. You know, that's what I wanted to do for a job. So I did. The first incarnation didn't work out. So fast forward to Chris. I'm at a Candlebox show in Tempe, Arizona at the Electric Ballroom. About 2,000 people it held on the big side. And there's this dude singing behind me the whole show. And unbeknownst to him, he thought I was, pissed off or whatever. Long story short, the power goes out and he's still belting out the rest of the measure after Kevin Martin had stopped singing. And I didn't remember this part, but apparently I turned around, did a 180 and was like, "Are you a singer? I play in a band." I handed him a business card. I'm like, "We need a singer, like stat. We got gigs booked or whatever." So we met him at a bar and had a couple drinks, went to the practice space. And, Chris showed up with like a suitcase of lyrics, I like to call them, and a PA system. So back in the 90s, if you had a PA system and you had written any amount of lyrics, you were pretty much in the band, right?
Boom. Oh, look at that. He's got it. He's showing me.
That's just...
That's sweet.
And then I found last week in my barn, I found a tote full of lyrics that were from a file folder alphabetized. I haven't gotten in that yet. But this is just from the Nemesis days and my last band's days. That's not even like touching on it.
So him and I went on to form a band called Nemesis. We ended up with a development deal with Metal Blade Records, played countless shows together, opened up for everybody from the Marshall Tucker Band to Armored Saint to Sacred Reich to LA Guns, Seven Dust, Tony McAlpine. Enough's Enough. The list goes on. I mean, we kind of found a pot of gold in those four guys. It was the best. Chris describes it the best. It was the best time of all of our lives. And whether we knew it or not at the time.
Yeah, we didn't realize it. Like
We're living large, baby.
Like the fact that you open up for Marshall Tucker Band and you're so naive that you don't realize who the Marshall Tucker Band is yet.
Or the opportunity that you were just afforded.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you just don't get it. Then you look back on, like we were written up in a magazine that we did a cover with Mike's guitar hero buddy, Ray Stone, of Roadhouse Blues. And I love Jim Morrison. He's one of my gods. Morrison, Veteran, Bono were my three like vocalists.
The whole crowd while they were playing us, not to interrupt you, man, but
yeah, you're good.
He takes me back to these moments in time. And I was a spectator of this because the guitar that's sitting behind me belonged to one of my best friends. His name's Ray Stone. And long story short, it ended up he sold it. He never knew where it ended up. And one day he saw me with it and he's like, "That's my guitar, dude." And I was like, "No, it's mine. I just bought it." And he's like,
"I got the ticket right here,
He said, "You don't understand. Is the serial number blah, 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 blah." And I said, "Yeah, how do you know that?" He said, "That's my guitar." So anyway, he wanted to come play it. And I said, "Come down and jam with us, man." He's like, "All right, what are we going to play?" And I said, "Chris loves Roadhouse Blues." Everybody in that crowd, Mark, all our jaws were hanging on the floor. They did the best version outside the doors, is what that article said, that reporter had ever seen.
I can channel Morrison. At least I could. I could do Morrison like.
It was awesome. I was
Roadhouse
there.
Blues was one of the first songs I learned. So the group I played with when I formed my band, everyone had been in music for 10 or 15 years besides me. And so they didn't want to play anything normal. They wanted to play some crazy B-side Cars songs and just like complicated, hard stuff. And Roadhouse Blues was one of the ones that was not as complicated.
Right.
And so I actually played that one on the lead guitar. It was my first lead guitar song that I ran the whole song with, which was really cool. The other guy in the group sang as well, and he loved Jim Morrison and he loved to sing his songs.
Yeah. I used to do vocal warm-ups.
My dad introduced me to the Doors when I was younger, but I didn't appreciate him until I met Chris, because when you meet somebody that's so passionate about a group, then it starts to leak into you,